Hey guys, it's me, NikkyJ, and I'm back for another edition of Solo Theme Park Hipster. Yeah. Whatever, okay. That was kind of corny. Whatever. Let me get back on focus. Today I'm going to go with you and teach you how to plan exactly for a theme park. Just basically when you're deciding, I'm going to go. I'm ready to go. What do I do? How do I even start with this concept of walking through the magical gates of the Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom or freaking Wizarding World of Harry Potter over at Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios? Like, how do I do this? What are my steps? Do I plan it like a regular vacation or do I just wing it? Well, today I'm going to answer all those questions here on this episode of the Theme Park Hipster Show. Make sure you let me know some of the tips you've done before when you went on a theme park solo vacation, and something that can help me out too, because I'm still learning on this process anyway. Also, just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all for listening and giving me your feedback, and also for just taking the time to be a part of this theme park hipster community. I am so grateful. Now let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the Theme Park Hipster Show. You are now listening to the Theme Park Hipster Show, episode 4. Hey hipsters, it's me, NikkyJ, your host, and I am here to help you plan the best solo theme park vacation. Today's episode is brought to you by the Solo Theme Park Traveler's Guide, tips and tricks for solo theme park hopping in Florida. The Solo Theme Park Traveler's Guide highlights how to enjoy theme parks alone in a simple and easy way. This lighthearted handbook will dispel the myth of going to theme parks alone and will inspire you to create your own solo theme park memories. This easy-to-read guidebook will help you learn if solo travel is for you, what solo traveler tips to keep in mind, how to plan for your solo trip, the advantages of solo theme park hopping, the best times to go to the parks, how to pack for your trip, where to stay, how to socialize, how to drink and dine at the parks, how to stay safe during your trips, and how to travel alone each step. Get lost in a few of the solo travel adventures and read experiences and testimonies from other solo theme park travelers. This is your chance to be courageous and try something new. The Solo Theme Park Traveler's Guide is available for purchase and download on Amazon.com. Now back to the show. Hey guys, it's me, NikkyJ. Welcome back to the show. I am the owner of ThemeParkHipster.com, and today's show we're going to talk about how do you plan for a day at a theme park alone. Now that you've decided to take the leap and live out your theme park adventures, it's time to make the most of your trip. Everyone out there has tips for the average theme park goer, but what about you, the solo theme park hopper, or somebody who's thinking about going to a place like Disney alone? How do you do this? How do you plan for it? Let's dive deep, guys. Now, some quick tips to deciding how to get your theme park vacation going. First, you want to decide when you want to go. The slow season, which is mid-January to late February for theme park hopping in Central Florida, is a rather quick one in my opinion, but it is quite a wonderful time for solo theme park traveling. You're more likely to find other theme park goers who are also traveling alone or maybe in just smaller groups looking to meet other people. 2, you want to decide if you're going to have a half day, a whole day, or an actual vacation. What I recommend is first, if you're very scared about doing this solo thing, first just do a day where, or do a trip where you're in a family trip and you guys are staying on property or just staying in Orlando, and you leave the family earlier and just get to the parks about an hour to 2 hours before your family get there. Just feel it. See if this is a good fit for you. Does this feel okay? And then you know that you're not going to be at the park the whole day by yourself because you got family coming in 2 hours. So just start there. 2, The next tip I have for when you want to plan your solo trip is to check meetup.com. There are so many theme park groups, trust me guys, on meetup.com for people who are into Disney and they meet at Disney. Some people meet at Disney to do walking. Some people meet at Disney to have drinks. And some people meet at Disney because they're going to be on vacation and, they're going to be by themselves. There's also groups for people who are into Harry Potter. And there is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Orlando Resort. And those Harry Potter groups, such as the Central Florida Slug Club or Port Key to Magic, which is a Tampa, St. Petersburg-based Harry Potter group, they meet at Universal, pretty frequently and hang out in Hogsmeade behind the Three Broomsticks with, nice butterbeer overlooking the castle in the background. And sometimes bringing board games, believe it or not, because I've been to these meetups and I've met some of my best friends from meetup.com through Harry Potter groups and hanging out at theme parks. The next thing you want to do when planning your trip is to set a budget. Before you even walk through any theme park gates, rather for a day or for a week, you should have a budget set on how much you plan to spend. For example, what percentage of your total vacation will go to lodging? What about food, booze for adults, and entertainment? You need to make sure you have a nice budget for each one. That way you come back from your vacation or your day at the park and you don't feel like you went crazy. The next thing you should do when planning your solo theme park vacation is to map out your day at the park. Now, some people like to wing it, but if you are coming to Disney for, a short amount of time and you don't go often or it's your first time, you want to map out the things. You want to make sure that you get in some of those items or attractions or shows that you've had on your list. We talked about this in the previous episode about bucket lists, which, I did about Disney. But you want to plan out your day. If you're at Disney, you want to make sure you have a fast pass to a must-do attraction. If you have restaurant reservations that you want to get in, just have a rough outline. You don't have to be detailed, but just have an idea of what you want to do. And you're by yourself. Things change. You can change with them. And it actually makes the story of your solo adventure a little bit more fun. Next, you want to decide what kind of day you want to have. Do you want to have a day filled with thriller attractions, coasters, or do you want to have a day dedicated to watching shows? You could also do a day of just food tasting. It could be at Epcot, which I know is the obvious choice, but you can also do it at Universal. You could do it at Islands of Adventure. You can do it at SeaWorld, Busch Gardens. You can just say, hey, today I'm going to do a food and drinks day or a drinks day or a food day and just make it something fun. That way you're not so obsessively thinking, I'm by myself. The next thing you want to do is book reservations prior to your trip, as I mentioned before, with fast passes or dinner reservations. But if you want to do things, outside of the parks in Orlando that, a lot of locals like to do, any special tours like zip lining at Gatorland, try to make reservations. Have that on your list, That'll definitely be a story for your solo theme park vacation. Now, I have a special quote from a longtime follower of ThemeParkHipster. Anne from Winter Park says, going to a theme park on your own can really be a great experience, especially for locals. I recommend starting with your favorite park and plan to go for only a short amount of time. It feels like a short escape from reality and it's delightful to wrap yourself in the magic of the parks. Well said, Anne. That is exactly how I feel in everything I try to emphasize to anyone who's thinking about going to any of the theme parks alone. The one thing I want you to remember is to have a positive outlook on the explorations ahead, and it will make the anticipation much greater, and that can result in such a memorable trip filled with small and multiple victories you conquered within yourself. The excitement of your theme park vacation should lead you on a path into discovering what solo travel can do for your inner spirit. Now, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the Theme Park Hipster Show. You can find me on most social media platforms by just searching Theme Park Hipster. Don't forget to check out the blog over at ThemeParkHipster.com if you want some theme park tips, tricks, guides, and news. Until next time, happy park hopping hipsters, and I hope to see you out there. The content on the Theme Park Hipster Show represents my own and not those of any organizations or activity mentioned. I am just someone here who likes to share my own stories to you and hope that I can help you have the best vacation ever.